The court had gave him a stay. You could stay right now. You're not deported. Before all this,
Okay.
The court had gave him a go ahead and stay over here. They actually picked him up by mistake, fool. That's how fuck. They picked him up by mistake. He wasn't supposed to get deported, and then by the time they deported, they're like, he's from MS. Screw him.
Keep him, yeah.
Keep him. And then the courts were like, nah, bro.
What was he doing before he got busted? Or before they picked him up, actually?
I don't know if I'm not sure. There's a couple different stories. A couple stories that he was walking by Home Depot or something. They just gaffled him up, but I don't think they were necessarily looking for him. Or at the end of the day, they all agreed. They even put a statement out there saying it was a mistake. We took him. Oops, sorry. But now they're saying, but he's in El Salvador now. He's not our problem. He's a Salvadorian citizen.
There's a lot of stories like that, though, regardless. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, a lot of people came back and then they changed their life around. But
yeah, facts, bro. No, for sure. No.
They left their family out here, so they had to come back.
But now, this is now they're exposing some more dirt on him. The State Department yesterday came out and pulled out some. He's never been convicted of a crime, but twice in 2019 and 2021, he's never been convicted of a crime. But twice in 2019 and 2021, he pressed up on his old lady. And she called the cops and had restraining orders put up against him. Choked her out a little bit, gave her a little 1-2. And that's what they're putting out now. But to me is this. I don't care about because to me, I don't think he's a gang member like that. If they had something really major on him, they would have been put it out, right? The other shit that he's got with his wife, the domestic shit, I think that's something that could be talked about in the courts, and then if the courts finally decide, hey, you know what, dude, you should get deported, deport his ass. But to me, it's a slippery slope when the Supreme Court says, hey, you got to bring this guy back, and Trump and them are like, we're not bringing him back, like he's in another country. Cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because eventually it could be where you're getting where you're in a situation yourself politically, and all of a sudden that's the way they llevan way, and all of a sudden like we can't get him back. Like, nah, man.
That's messed up.
No, Brother Town, I don't think that's correct, though. He's back at home. What's the problem? He was illegal. Yeah, but it's still called due process. It's still called due process. And I think when you start just pulling due process from people without giving him a trial, even though, because he was already in the system, he wasn't one of these guys that ain't in the system, nothing, like Brady came over here. No, he was already in the system for years. He's been here for 14 years. He's gone through the process, and now you're just going to say, oh, well, he was illegal. No, because that's a slippery slope, bro.